shit on. I just be breaking the heart. Chrome heart.
Fish and Grits Podcast is the first podcast to have a rapper and a former NFL player on it. First one. We did it here first. That's all I want to sit here and say.
Sure.
I want to put it out there.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
We the first to do it. I just want to leave it at that. We the first to do it.
At the same time.
For sure.
You feel me?
Sure.
Now, Juice, now I know we here talking about, we're going to talk about some sports today.
Yeah.
I know you're a rapper.
Yeah.
Do you play football? Have you
I played football.
You did play football?
In school, yeah.
Tell me about that.
Man, I played basketball. Basketball was my thing.
Okay.
But then I got in high school and played football. And I probably lasted like 4 games, bro.
What you mean?
Like 4 games, man. I went to the game and we were getting beat. But we playing count foul. We were getting beat by like 60 points, man. And the coach and guys was cramping up because they ain't eat right before the game, and they were cramping up. So he tried to put me in as defensive end when I wouldn't even know defensive end.
No.
And I ran halfway out there, and I seen the guy in front of me real big, and I ran back, bro. I was like, side, you know what I'm saying? He was like, Monday morning, you off the team. I say, shit, I leave now. Like,
Damn, that's crazy.
but yeah, I
man.
went dedicated to it, though, man. You know.
Okay. It's crazy they put you. I'm talking. Pin your D in is crazy.
Oh yeah, it was real crazy, man. Like,
A
the guy was
basketball
super
player.
big, yeah. But
Yeah,
now
how much you weighed in high school?
Oh man, 120.
You tried to
120, bro.
Hey, man, trying to get the speed off the edge, though.
I'm
It's
telling
crazy.
you, most definitely. Yeah.
All right. So Desmond. So I know you've been training. Tell me about that.
Man, we've been training, man. School of DB. It's been going up. Me, of course, I had my time in Carolina, time in Minnesota, Jakar, Hamilton. He, had his time with the Dallas Cowboys, man. And we from the area, man. We looking to come back and just, tap into defensive backs in the area, cornerbacks, your safeties, your nickels. We feel like DB is an art. You know what I'm saying? And playing that position, cornerback, playing safety, playing in the slot, in that nickel position, it's definitely art because you gotta be good with your hands, your eyes, your feet. And a lot of things that we giving these guys, they're not getting every day in practice. And it's not that the coaches may not know, or they could know or may not know, but we getting it from our perspective, from going and playing at a high level in college, then going to the next level after college and having those experiences and being able to tap in and say, hey, we didn't have this coming up. We didn't have, in our time, we didn't have Deon Grant or Carlos Rogers or whoever, at that time coming back and being able to get their time, who had played in the league, who had some league experience, had been some game time experience, and being able to say, hey, this is how it's done on Sundays. You want to get there, and here's the example of how it's done. This is how we warm up. This is our tempo. This is how we backpedal the right way, speed turn the right way, crossover run the right way. You know what I'm saying? It's all about getting out, getting those guys' feet right. And I was, on Saturday, man, I tell them all the time, man, and if you're gonna be a professional at this, you understand, it's work time and it's play time. And anybody know me? Hey, I'm all down for play time, but we got to get our work in first. So, hey, 9:30 in the morning on Saturdays. Hey, we getting it in 9:30, 11:30 on Sundays, 12:30 to 2:30. Man, we getting it in, man. You know what I'm saying? If we want to grind and get somewhere, we got to put in the time. It just don't come overnight.
And when you say training, you train what ages?
Man, we train all ages, man. We play defensive back, all
the
ages.
crazy part about it, my son, he gas in football. Basketball and all, like he gas.
Yeah, man, check
like,
us out, yeah.
We ain't got no training going on through the summer,
Man, that's what we doing, man. We doing $20 a session, man, each day. And about 2 hours, we ain't really, knocking nobody's heads off. It's really not about the money. It's really about just, teaching, the real art of playing defensive back. You know what I mean? Just, getting out there, man, and just understanding coverage, understanding like what we reading, understanding what's the feel. Sometimes we have coaches and, a lot of great coaches may not have played the game of football. Bill Belichick, some of these guys never really actually played the game. Yeah. But they have the knowledge. Us, we have the knowledge and we had the preview actually playing. So when we play, what does cover 3 look like? As a safety, I'm the deep safety. I'm the third. I'm in my third. What am I reading? What does this look like on a Friday night? What does this look like in a middle school game? What's my reads? Like what am I actually trying to do? In a 3x1 set, 2x2 set, 2 high safety. What is my job? What is it gonna look like on a Friday night? So we try to try to make it realistic for the guys, and to try to, break it down in the layman terms as we can, so they can understand it, and equate it to whatever level of football they're playing.
Cool.
And I'm gonna say from a coach's standpoint, we appreciate everything y'all doing because y'all are the difference. Because people don't understand it. That extra training.
Yeah.
Like when I got to college, I noticed that a lot of guys that was on my team, they've been doing that. That extra training, so it really does make a difference. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
And with that being said, the thing is, when you coaching it's not that the coaches don't want to train their kids to that level. It's just they just ain't got the time.
Yeah.
They ain't got the time to do it.
I even could tell, man, like, because where I'm from, our basketball team, gas. They beat everything in their region. But when they come to them playing AAU and they going somewhere else, man, it look like they trash. You feel me? Because they ain't getting no other training going on.
And extra
like,
work
all
outside.
they doing is just school, but they gas. They killing the region. Like,
like I was coaching in middle school, we don't have enough coaches. Versus when you go to high school, you got a coach for every position.
Right.
Yeah.
See, in middle school, they only give you a head coach and an assistant coach, and you got to try to break down every position.
Yeah, you right.
Right. Now you got to go get community coaches.
Yeah, you
got
got
to
get people in the community to come out and help me out.
And it's something a lot of times, man, and it's a good thing to get community coaches, but sometimes community coaches don't have the knowledge.
Yeah.
And then sometimes a lot of our good coaches or guys that parents might have played at a high level just don't have the time. You know, we're living in a time now, man, that, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, things are hard, but things are hard.
Yeah.
And so you got to take into account that, okay, do I grind for my family or do I not grind
and try to coach
and put feed into the kids? And sometimes, you know, just living in that climate that we're living in is probably
see, a
hard,
lot
man.
of community coaches, they ain't nothing but people that sit home and look at football on Sunday. Never play football. They don't know nothing about football. They just know what they see on the TV.
That's it, yeah. Man, I had to tell a coach one time, man, I was training, and I said, man, coach, you know, one thing, that's why I train and don't coach you. At the level I played,
That's what
and, you know, I never want to just come off because I know what I know, you know what you know, and I'm not here to knock what someone know. But I tell them, I said, man, yelling is not coaching.
Yeah.
Yelling and saying, hey, it plays a part in the game when you're talking about, you know, younger children. But I said they're not gonna understand what you're doing, yelling at them. I said you got to be able to, you know, yell at them, get on it, but then tell them why this not. Why? Got to explain why. And I said, and that's why I really never kind of got into coaching, man. Sometimes it's an ego thing in it, and then something. You know, with me, I always a guy that's like, I just want to, you know, just trying to coach defensive backs. I feel like I could probably do it on a head coaching level, you know, maybe, you know, high school, collegiately, but I just always cared about just training the DBs, you know, just doing it on the outside, you know, kind of doing it my way. So that's why I just stayed in that lane.
Yeah. So speaking of, because I know you're a DB expert, how you feel about Coach Prime?
Coach Prime, I mean, he doing his thing in college.
First of all, he not doing his thing.
Man, hey, like somebody told me that the other day, man. Somebody told me that the other day, man. Every time I say, "Hey, man, you look like Deon's son, man." I'm like, man, he look like me. I'm 32 years old, man. He might be 22 years old. He look like me. But I feel like, you know, I feel like Deon doing his thing for what it's worth. You know, you take over a 1-10 program. They hadn't won a conference game. You go there, you win, 4 games, 5 games, something like that. And, you know, it's a lot of hype around it. Deon brings a lot of hype. But we know that Dan Lanning said it best in Oregon. They playing for clicks. We're playing for wins. And it showed.
Yeah.
You can have all that buzz around your program.
But
in Oregon, they're building a football program. At Texas, they're building football programs. Alabama, Georgia, they're building football programs. Not for Hollywood. And so I feel like, you know, they got a sense of, we got some good guys that we can build on, but we ain't there where we need to be yet. And Deon know that.
But, I mean, to start a program, you got to give him at least 3 years.
No, you don't. No, not in college. Not in college.
Oh, you still got
not in college. In high school, in middle school, maybe, but not in college. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because when I seen programs turn around in 1 year in college. I was a part of programs that turn around in 1 year. All they did was change the coaching staff. And the program went from like just going
right?
the first year.
But when you say change, the coach may change, but are they winning?
Yeah, I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying. So, because you know, I played for Southern and I played for West Georgia.
Right.
When I was at West Georgia, we went like 6-4 the first year, and the second year we got a new head coach. We was this close to winning the national championship.
Wow. But you got to win it though.
We lost to the team, and we went to the Final Four. We ain't been to the playoffs in years. Right. You feel me? And in 1 year, we got a new head coach, and we went to the Final Four, and we lost to the team that won the championship.
Yeah,
so that was a win for you.
The program turned around in 1 year. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
The program turned around in 1 year.
In that situation, we're talking about two things to be true at the same time. What he's saying, like, you know, to change the program around and that, you know, quick time is just really gonna hurt her. But I can hear what you're saying but it's kind of like Golden State. When you see Jackson build it up, Mark Jackson, he built Golden State up. Then Steve Kerr came in and put his spin on it, and then he just elevated it. The talent was there.
But what I'm saying is,
Steve Kerr just straight stole that.
He stole that.
Okay.
But
you know, but I think
this situation different.
I don't
this
know.
team was trash. We ain't gonna say it was trash, but they were just like
Y'all
I
probably
said,
had the pieces.
They
but
had the
couldn't put it
pieces
together.
because we had a winning season, so we had the pieces. We always was 500, a little bit above 500, but we didn't elevate until the coaching staff changed, and we elevated in
that's
1
true.
year. And I'm gonna tell you, I seen that happen twice. Cause when I was at Georgia Southern, the same thing happened. Before Munkin got there, Coach Munkin got there, Georgia Southern wasn't winning. As soon as he got there, they were this close to winning the national championship.
Yeah, when we played
in 1 year. So the thing is, y'all can't compare high school and pros to. I mean, y'all can't compare college, high school, and pros because the advantage that colleges and pros got is that they can recruit players and they can pay people to come. They can pay for their program to change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
High schools, you got to get what you got in the air. You actually got to develop. These colleges, they don't have. These kids already develop when they get to Alabama. They're already developed when they get to Georgia.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
they develop physically, but we talking about. Well, we know that's a mental curve when
You
you
right,
talk
you
about
right.
college football.
You right.
But
Very
everybody
mental curve.
bought into the system.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if you can get everybody online to buy into your system, of course you can. But still, the win, you got to win the chip.
I give you that. They didn't win the chip, but my own thing is I'm saying is you can turn a program out in 1 year, and Colorado has had seasons where they don't won 4 games. That's nothing new to them. They won 4 games the year prior to them winning 1 game. So what I'm saying is,
when you say change the program around, when you talk about
I thought they was. I predicted them to win, but with the roster that they accumulated
first year,
with the
though.
with the
they didn't have a
roster.
strong roster.
Man,
Top to bottom,
what?
they had some players,
What?
but they didn't have a top roster.
Come on, man.
I mean, look,
O-line.
They had the number one player in the. They got number one player in the country. They got 2 number one corners in the country.
That's 2 players.
How many? They got Shador Sanders can ball. Am I right or wrong?
He can ball.
His first game in college, he had 4 incompletions, and all of them was drop passes. He almost had a perfect game his first game in college. So you got a quarterback, and you got 2 top corners, and I'm not talking about the other pieces, but we know he got weapons, bro. You can't tell me all you produce is 4 wins.
He got weapons.
Man,
I'm saying in the
I
first year.
told you, it's college though. It's ain't high school.
If you got the number one,
you can't turn it
if
all
you got the
around.
number one quarterback in no line, what good is that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Number 1 quarterback, the last line. This is the ultimate team sport we're talking about. And then when we just go back, we're talking about changing the program around. They only won 4 games. But if you're talking about changing the program around, it's outside of wins and losses. We know this. Colorado,
it's
before
not-
Deon
it's
got
not-
there,
it's
before
not outside wins and
it is.
losses.
Before University, I'll give you 2 examples. University of Tennessee, before they start winning, you could go out and pass University of Tennessee tickets out. Now University of Tennessee ticket gonna cost you $200-300. Before Deon got there, you can go pass Colorado tickets out. They was going to Colorado Rockies games, Colorado State games. You can go pass their tickets out. They made the program.
That's the money.
changed.
The money.
But that's the program.
He brought money to the
I'm saying
program.
the program. That's the
But,
program.
uh,
the
but-
program is
but-
just not the
but
product on
let's-
the field. It's
man,
everything surrounding
let's
the
be
product on the
let's be
field as
real.
well.
Well, I think more of selling tickets is Deon was there to sell tickets.
That's what I'm saying. He sold tick off his
Yeah,
name,
I'm saying,
bro.
but that's the
It
program.
wasn't the program being successful. It was his face.
Yeah, because
Right.
I mean, you never from until game 1, you didn't know how the program.
But when you
was
talk
gonna run.
about the notoriety that Deon brought, winning 4 games with a roster that isn't his roster, I believe that how we're judging Deon now, we got to judge him like that than this year. They've had a year to recruit.
Yeah.
The transfer portal has been open. They've had money to go do their thing. So if they win 4 to 5 games this year and they don't, or I don't think they're going to get to the college football playoff. Me personally, I just don't think they're going to get there. I think they're going to be rated in the top 25.
They should though with the roster they got. They should.
This shit.
I don't
Man,
know.
they team loaded, man. They got no more receiver in college football.
Right, but I'm saying we got to see. I'm saying they got
With who
they
I
got
believe
pieces.
the number one quarterback in college football.
They got pieces. They do have pieces, but we haven't seen those pieces come together.
and
and
they're
play.
not gonna come together.
Georgia they got Carson Beck. We know Carson Beck is not better than Shador Sanders, but we've seen Carson Beck and Georgia put it together on the field 29 straight. He was a part of that last year, so we know it's proven. Colorado isn't proven yet. They got players at positions. True enough, they have some dynamic players. Travis Hunter is dynamic. Sanders is dynamic. The safety Shiloh, he's dynamic.
And
but they haven't put it together. 11 on offense, 11 on defense. We haven't seen it yet. And individuals don't win in football.
Well, like you said, it's gonna take this year and get all these coaches together because they got a Hall of Fame coach line. You know what I'm saying?
They got a good coach line.
They don't.
Come on,
They
man.
do.
You
They got
Warren Sapp,
they got
man.
Warren Sapp.
No, they got Hall of Fame players coaching. All right, don't y'all gotta understand.
Well, they
bro.
got Hall of Fame players coaching. Yeah.
But just because you was fired, don't mean you can coach. It's 2 different games.
That's
two
true.
different games.
That's true. That's
That's
true.
true.
Well, I mean, that just go back to say why did Kerr become such a perfect coach?
He
had never
Kerr
coached.
was not a perfect coach. Kerr adopted the best shooter of all time.
Yeah.
He
Come on,
wasn't.
Steve.
Steph Curry.
Talking about Steve Kerr?
Yeah.
I mean, Steve Kerr wasn't a perfect coach, but he was a great player.
No, he was in the right situation.
Yeah, he came in the right.
He was in the right.
I mean, it wasn't like he was just on the court end on the bench. I mean, he made big plays on no Bulls runs. He was when Ron Harper left the Bulls, Steve Kerr was that next guy up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but they make him like he's a Phil
team.
Jackson.
Yeah,
and he's not.
No, I don't think he's
because
that.
you came into the best situation.
He came into a good situation.
You know what I'm saying? Almost like with Gruden and Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy built that Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, and then Gruden came in and took all the glory.
This is why I give Kerr his props. We seen Kerr in the span. They go to 6 finals. They win 4. Of course, KD was on 2 of those teams. KD wasn't on 2 of those teams. They lose 1. They lose 1 to injury because of KD got hurt. They come after KD gets hurt. They come back and win a finals with an older group that had
Steph Curry.
I understand you got to have a great player to win. Any championship team have had great players, but for him to take that team that's older, KD has now gone. You take it and beat a young juggernaut in the Boston Celtic team. He's off that alone. Off that alone.
I can't
because he had to regroup. It's not like he went consecutive.
But he still
the
got
year before that, Golden State Warriors didn't even make the playoffs.
He still got
because who? Steph Curry was hurt.
He didn't get hurt. Draymond Green got hurt. Klay Thompson was hurt. Klay Thompson had missed a year.
No.
Oh, yeah. Klay got
hurt. Steph was there.
My bad. When Steph got hurt, they had the #1 draft pick. They was the worst team in the league. My bad.
When
Klay came back, they almost made the playoffs.
And then the year after they won, they missed the playoffs 2 years in a row.
And then after Steph Curry, you know, the subpar Klay Thompson came. He won. You know, he won the championship. I'm letting you know, man. Steph Curry is just underrated, man. It's because he's not tall. It's because he's 6'3". If he was 6'8", we be saying he the best in the league.
But he changed the game.
Yeah, he
won.
But if you look at it, that's how they tried to push Nash into it. They tried to give Nash the best team to show that he's such a great coach. And he couldn't do that when he went to Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. He didn't do nothing with that team.
That
team was loaded, too, bro. I don't care what nobody say. That team nobody beating them, man.
It's hard for me to even give Phil Jackson his cookies. Because you took every team you went to was the best. At the time he got to Chicago, it was the best team in the league. At the time he got to the
they might have had the best talent, but they won the best league. They won the best in the when Phil Jackson went to Chicago, they hadn't won a championship. They had lost to 88 to the Pistons. They had lost to 89 to the Pistons.
Yeah.
He get there, he changes the culture. The Lakers hadn't won. Nick Van Exel was there. Eddie Jones was there. I think Rudy Tomjanovich was the coach for the Lakers at the time. They don't win with Kobe and Shaq. He comes in, they start winning. I feel like.
But hold on. I thought when Shaq got there, that's when Phil Jackson came.
No, the first year Shaq was there, Phil Jackson wasn't there. Phil Jackson came out. Shaq got there in 1996. Phil Jackson left the Bulls in 1999 and started coaching there because we had 98. They won the championship with the Bulls in 98. Kobe and Shaq get there in 96 together with the other coach. Phil Jackson comes. Kobe gets drafted in 96. Shaq comes to the Lakers in 96. Phil Jackson is still on the Lakers in 90. Is still on the Bulls in 96 because they won the championship in 96, 97, 98. Then Phil Jackson comes. They first year they make it to the playoffs. The next year they go off and win the championship. The first year they made it to the playoffs was the 98-99, the lockout season when San Antonio beat the Knicks. Then the next year, then they win the championship, but they didn't run it back.
But still, when he got to the Bulls, he had the best player in the game.
He did.
In Jordan. When he got to the Lakers, he had the 2 best players in the game, and Shaq and Kobe. Now, if I'm gonna say a great coach, the best coach to me was Larry Brown.
He was a heck of a coach.
Why was that?
I think he's a very underrated coach
because he took a nothing team and won a championship with it. In Detroit.
Yeah.
A year after he left, after Iverson ran him out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, but they knocked out the Lakers 2004. I remember that.
But man, you know what I would wonder though, man? Do it work the other way around? Say like you got just say like example with like how Jackson State was, and when Prime left there and went to Colorado, how they playing now? You see what I'm saying? Like do it work the opposite when the coach?
I think they still winning, ain't they?
Yeah, they still winning.
Yeah, see that what I be wondering. Like do it work the same?
I mean, I think he developed the culture though.
He developed.
He did develop the culture, but like I said, it was a cheat code because I'm be real with you, bro.
Nah, cause they wouldn't hit no shit.
It wasn't, and Deon was a cheat code though, cause I ain't heard so many people talk about Jackson State till he went there.
That's
exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So now I be hearing
people.
Had
me tuned in.
You feel
week,
me?
Man, like
so now he getting bigger. Now Jackson State get big recruits. all because of this. So he did build that foundation.
So he could
off of
stamp
his
it,
name,
and they still gonna do their thing when he left.
Well, yeah,
as long as somebody there good and can continue the program.
That coach,
he put a spotlight on
He
him.
put
the
the
players
coaches
as
in
well,
place.
though,
He left behind. He took some good coaches with him, but he left some good coaches behind to make them, to solidify Jackson State being a dominant program in HBCU football on the Division I level. You just can't leave and take all the resources with you. You got to leave something back so they can grow off of something.
Do you think he'll ever go to NFL?
I do.
I think
He will because he can sell tickets. He a
I think
cash
he's
cow.
better. I think he's better.
Yeah,
suited
cash
than
cow.
NFL.
I think that's what he's leading up to. I think he's gonna probably once it's
He
set.
might be
he
better.
got
He
some-
might be a better NFL coach.
I
For
think
real.
he'll be a better
Think so?
NFL. I think because
He not a good college coach.
What?
But the team chemistry is terrible, man. Y'all got to
man.
pay attention to what's
Man,
going
man,
on.
man,
Jackson
But
State
first
is,
of all,
man.
first of all, you got rich players on the same team as poor players.
That's everywhere though. That's all of college football.
Man, but you got
Bryce Young was at Alabama, won the Heisman,
but,
making $1 million, $2 million,
Okay,
and almost won a national championship.
okay.
Jalen Milroe making $1 million.
This what
You
I'm
see
saying.
it. You see successful programs do
This is why Colorado, because they had a lot of talent last year. They should have had a winning season. I don't care what nobody say. Talent wise, they should have had a winning season.
Not the first year.
Yes, I told you what the
I mean,
program.
everybody
This ain't high school.
You don't
This
think
ain't high
four
school,
wins-
Juice.
Hey,
Yeah,
from
one
what-
year,
man,
and
what
one
summer-
year,
I mean,
and 1 year
you
you can
gotta
win the
think-
chip, and 1 year you can win the chip.
Deon probably not an easy coach to
Cause his ego. That's why he's not gonna be a good coach.
From where
His ego.
from where the program came from, I think it's a success.
It's not. They
That's what I
don't
was
won 4 games before, Evan.
Man,
They won 4 games.
Look at them.
They won the 4 games the year before last year.
Look at them.
Grade him
no,
at the
no,
end of
they won
3
one
years.
game 2 years in a row.
That's what I'm saying.
2 years in a row, 1 and
They
10,
went
1 and 10,
Yeah.
and before that they went 0 and 11.
Yeah.
They went.
they been
They went
bad.
2 and 30.
Okay, cool. They won
Yeah,
4
man,
games.
real.
They won 4 games.
In
But
4
give
years.
him his grade at the end of 3 years.
Man, no, I'm
Yeah,
grading.
that's what I'm saying,
I'm
man.
telling
You
y'all.
can't really-
I'm predicting what's going on.
I mean,
they're going to
they
have.
gotta get adjusted. To
They not.
what he want.
How many games they
And
gonna
he
win
gotta
this
get
year?
adjusted.
This year, I believe Deon and win. Now, because we got to understand the Pac-12 is no longer a conference. Now they're going into the Big 12. Okay, the Big 12 has teams have left. Oklahoma has left. Texas have left. They've joined the SEC.
Yeah.
So we got to understand. Okay, Colorado's now entered into the Big 12. Okay, TCU's there. They're a staple.
Trash.
I mean, you can't call them trash, but it was in the national championship. I'm not saying they're a SEC program, but the program's not trash. Baylor has always been pretty decent.
Mid.
So what I'm trying to say is that Colorado has a great chance of winning the Big 12 this year. They got a great chance to win
believe
it.
that.
And you know what? Guess what? They do. And with that being said, they're not. They're going to be around 500. Mark my words. Because why? Because even though he got the most talent in the Big 12,
But
he got the most
He
talent.
might.
Because
He
he
may.
you know, y'all know he got Travis Hunter, who arguably one of the best receivers in college football. And not only that, he got another receiver he got the leading receiver from last year
My horn.
in
Horn.
college football.
Yeah,
so
Horn.
he got the 2 best receivers in college football. And then he already got the best corner in college football.
I don't think he got the 2 best receivers in college.
Man, the
football.
dude led the league. He led the whole league in receiving yards.
I don't think he might have led, but I don't think he. I think the clear-cut number 1 receiver coming back in college football is my man Burns from out of Missouri. He's a projected
Okay.
top 5 pick next
Okay,
year.
cool. Well, you know what? He at least top. This dude at least top 5.
He a first-round draft pick.
He got 2
First
first
round
round.
pick, yeah.
Your receiving core is first round. All right. I'm pretty. And he got other 5-star.
Hey.
He got other
So
big
was it
time
a-
transfers.
so was it a
and he
win
gonna
for-
have all this talent. What I'm saying is, we finna watch him get all this. This Louis he came in. We was talking about
Yeah.
that Louis.
Yeah.
We finna watch him fumble it. We finna watch him fumble all
I'm
that
with
Louis,
my man right
all
here.
that
You got to
Gucci.
judge him after 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm about to judge.
I look at
I see what's
Now,
going on.
After 3 years, then you say that, man. If you don't see no change, then
Man,
you could say
how
what
many
you
people-
saying.
But right
Why
now
the
he
Lou-
went to
why
me,
the-
he winning.
He not.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
went
He
from
not.
1 and 10 to
4
to
wins?
Yeah.
Off
4
your first-
wins?
off your first year.
4 wins.
Now,
I
next
told you
year-
what a team can do. I seen 2
But you coming
teams.
from 0
I
wins.
seen 2
You
teams
did
go
one
from
win.
500 to championship caliber teams in 1 year.
I mean, it's possible, but-
When this college, they pay players to play. These kids know how to play. These kids are D1. They not trash. They ain't high school where you got to
But he
make.
still
You
had
got to
some
teach
of
a
that
guy.
trash on
You
the
got to
roster
teach a
last
kid how
year,
to
man.
tackle.
He still had some
they
of
know
that
how
on
to
the roster
tackle.
last year. He still had some of that on the roster last year. You understand?
And they-
he had players left over that got beat by D2 school. They had
But that don't
won
mean they're
one
not
game.
good.
He trying to
You're
figure
at
it out.
Colorado. This is a D2 school. They come to Colorado in your stadium and knock you off.
Yeah.
You're
Bruh.
D2. They've stepped up FCS to D1
So you saying they
and beat you in homecoming.
So you
that
saying
does not supposed
it's
to happen.
recruiting. You saying it's a bad job
No,
recruiting.
what I'm trying to say is that
Because I'm saying these
what
are
I'm
still
trying to say is
Division I
that-
athletes.
Right. No, what I'm trying to say, they may be Division I athletes, but we understand there's levels to Division I athletes.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is this: Deon has brought some Louis with him. That Louis he brought with him,
And he fumbling.
they are proven. But he has not cleaned house and got all it in.
Man, he cut most of them
but
kids,
got
bro.
some- He did. So we gonna see what's gonna happen this year.
Nah, bro, them kids ain't playing.
So this year, if he gets,
He had to play him
500,
last year.
If he get 500 this year, that's
he
a
didn't.
win. That's a win for him.
No, it's not a win.
I believe Deion
process,
Sanders.
man. You gotta
If
look at the
they win,
process. For sure.
I believe Colorado goes to me 7-5, 8-4. That's a successful season.
Yeah,
They should win
I
at
agree.
least
For sure. I
8
agree.
games. With that roster, minimum 8 games.
In the Big 12, yes.
Minimum.
in the Big 12,
With
yes.
that roster. Because he got the
But
best
they're not
roster.
gonna make the college
When you,
football
I'm saying, when
playoff.
you got the best team,
I
what
see
you
what
supposed to
you're
do,
getting at,
man?
bro, but
When
give
you
it
got
some time,
no,
man.
no,
Give it some time.
no.
They're gonna have success,
Time out.
but no college football.
Time
playoff.
out. Who had
They may finish somewhere top 30, maybe the top 25 college football playoff. No.
when Golden
The
State
Big Ten gonna have 4-5 teams in the playoff by itself.
when Golden State, like in basketball, a perfect example, because in basketball, we usually know, unless somebody get hurt, who going to win the championship.
For sure.
No, I can't.
Most
do that.
times.
When Golden
You know who
State,
gonna go up
come
there.
on,
You know
unless
who-
somebody
you
get
know why
hurt,
you gonna go
you
with
know
them,
who going to
though.
win.
So who
Because
gonna
they
win
got the
the
best
championship now?
players.
Who gonna win the championship now?
We don't know this shit, but it should be
What
it should be Boston. Boston got the best team.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: ain't nobody from Denver get hurt, and they ain't gonna win the championship because they was definitely the
That's
favorite.
right. Denver
And
won-
when
should've
nobody
won.
hurt, they got beat by Minnesota Timberwolves too.
But that's
At the
been
beginning of the
since
season, I would have bet
2004.
my money with Denver.
Denver, yeah.
Denver, I would have took Denver even over Boston.
Minnesota wouldn't even been a thought.
The Minnesota Timberwolves was not on anyone's radar at the beginning of the year. Ant-Man matter was.
But who
Karl
who-
Anthony Towns
who
might have
thought
was.
they would have came together and did what they did, especially the Denver.
Yeah.
Come on now, no, and nobody was hurt. The Denver Nuggets, they just got outplayed. I don't think you can. I don't think you just project it. Boston just came out and they put a whooping on Dallas in the first game, but it don't mean Boston's going to
But
just clear cut
Boston
win
didn't
it.
play nobody to get to the chip. You
They
see what I'm
did.
saying?
They did.
You
That's
already
why-
knew that Boston was
yeah.
gonna win that conference.
Yeah. Especially once Giannis went out.
There you go.
And Milwaukee was out with just Damian. It was over
so
with.
when you got the best team, you supposed to win. So
You supposed to.
and
Don't
this
mean
this
you
been the
are.
problem.
It's been a lot of time when we've seen you got the best team and you don't win, especially in football.
but what I'm saying is Deon got the best team and he finna have a bad
Deion
season.
don't got the
He
best
ain't
team.
gonna have no bad season.
Man, they finna go.
He got some
they
of the
finna go
best
5-5.
talent. He got some of the best
They
talent.
Hey,
he ain't
but
got
guess
the
what?
best team.
But guess
So you
what?
saying
He got
that-
the worst egos on his team.
That's just like I would say this.
The quarterback got a horrible ego.
I'm gonna say this.
So you
From
saying
a talent standpoint.
Deion better than Georgia right now?
What you mean?
Colorado's better than Georgia. I mean, so far. as
UGA?
players. Yeah.
I say
Hell no.
I say
He just
that.
had the number one recruiting class in college football. Ain't no damn way.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying
He can
that.
bring all the
'Cause-
Louis he
'cause
wants
I ain't
to go
gonna-
buy some more Louis.
I ain't gonna
He
say
ain't
that.
fucking with
'Cause y'all
Georgia.
know these
And
Georgia boys.
And I'm not a Georgia fan, but he not messing with Georgia. He not even messing with Clemson.
Ain't nobody messing with Georgia, man. We just got too many athletes down here.
Come on, man.
But this
Stop
what
it
I'm-
now.
this
You
what I'm
know-
saying,
hey,
sir.
you know Alabama own them.
I was about to say Alabama. I was
we
gonna-
not-
Alabama was
but
next.
Alabama, a lot of players from Georgia. But we're not even gonna talk about it. This not. We not even gonna bring up Kirby Smart and their home losses to Alabama. 30 minutes away from Athens, and these boys come 2 hours away, 3-4 hours away.
I mean, they got screwed out of the championship this year.
They did.
Georgia
They
did.
did. They
I don't
did.
think so,
They
man.
put
How?
two
They,
people
now,
in.
when they lost that one game, they should not have dropped to no
Come
six.
on, man. They lost to
should
Alabama
not
and they
have
dropped to
six,
6,
bro.
man.
That's no
you
way.
lose to Alabama, come on, man.
Who are you gonna put them in front of? You got three.
Honestly, I would put them in front of
Time
Washington.
out. You
I'll
got
put 'em in
three
front of Washington and
undefeated
Michigan.
conference champions. You cannot put them in front of either one. Washington, undefeated conference champion. Michigan, undefeated conference champion. Texas, a one-loss conference
got a point.
champion.
So would you pick a
Out
one loss?
Georgia, out
He got a point.
Alabama, a one-loss conference
All
champion.
right,
Who
but
beat Georgia?
but-
So who was Georgia gonna jump?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Texas, man.
I'm gonna tell you this: how can they go jump Texas? They're a one-loss conference champion. You're a one-loss non-conference champion. We
But
can't change the rule because you're Georgia.
But hold on, they're one loss last year champion.
That's last year. You got a trophy for that. We can't judge you on that this year. You were rewarded for what you done last year because you got a trophy. So when we came to talk about playing college football in 2023, you were undefeated till you got to the conference champion. You lost. You had one loss conference, and you lost to a team that was very, very inferior.
Well, I
In the
think
fact that-
they should have been above Texas.
For how? I'm not saying they wasn't better than Texas, but if we're gonna grade it, we can't just grade college football and based off say what you did, because that was the point. If that's the case, then Alabama should win the championship every year off of what they have accomplished. Georgia was awarded 2 years in a row for what they had accomplished. They got a trophy in 21. They got a trophy in 22. 29 in a row. They were rolling. They coming in Athens. I mean, they coming to Atlanta. They're taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide. They fall short. Well, Texas wins their conference. Alabama wins their conference. How does Georgia trump Alabama when they just got beat by them? How do you trump Texas? Everybody that in the playoff is a conference champion other than Georgia. How can you put them in front of them? And I'm not saying Georgia. If Georgia probably would have got in, I believe they win it all. I believe they were the best team. But this is not about who is the best team, who played their schedule the best. Georgia did not. They lost to Alabama at a home, almost a home playoff game, a home game in Atlanta. You lose to them, to Jalen Milroe, who got benched second, third week, and fourth week of the season. Alabama puts a historic run together. Should have got beat by Auburn the week before. And they come into Georgia after winning 29 in a row, and you drop the ball to them. That's inexcusable. And now you're supposed to jump Texas, who's been rolling all year, who had one hiccup. Well, they had one hiccup, you had one hiccup, but they're a one hiccup conference champion. You're a one hiccup non-conference champion. Just because you're Georgia and you played in the SEC and you are the national champions, it means nothing, because I promise you, Michigan won't be the same Michigan they were last year, this year. But it don't matter what they were last year. They've been rewarded.
They're not going to be the same because they lost their coach.
But they lost players too.
Yeah, I mean, they lost players, but now it's you got a whole new system now.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is that we can't reward Michigan on what they had done last year. We can't reward them. So I couldn't give Georgia the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not a Georgia Bulldog fan. And I do root for the Alabama Crimson Tide, but I said the last 2 years prior to Michigan winning the championship that Georgia was the best team in college football. It's definitely in 22. 21, I think they got away. Boy, we should have beat them, man. You know what I'm saying? We should have won 2 in a row. We might have should have beat them. Had some injuries, but that's football. Next man up, I understand it. 22, Jordan Davis, Carter, the boys was tough. TCU didn't even stand a chance. Shouldn't even been there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should have got in, but we can't get in based off who we were. You got to play your schedule, and TCU played a better schedule than what we played. They're not a better team, but they played their schedule better. So that's why I said Georgia was better than. And like I said, I just believe we missed the championship game that we wanted to see. I believe that Georgia takes care of business. Florida State gets in over Texas, and Georgia gets in. And then I believe that Florida State would have beat Michigan, and Georgia would have beat Texas, and we see a championship between. And I called this early on, man. I can't even backtrack. I talked to my father-in-law. He's a big Florida State fan. I said, man, I'm calling it right now, Georgia versus Florida State in the national championship.
That'd be dope.
We would have seen it. Because Florida State had a heck of a team, but because of their quarterback get hurt, and then y'all just blow them out. They don't play the players, and the rest history. But
I mean, since you can tell the future, who gonna win the Super Bowl this year? I need to know from Vegas, man. I need to know from Vegas.
Kansas City.
Nah, you can't never go wrong with them, man. But my pick, man, I'm gonna pick who the two that's gonna be in it from what they done in the offseason. And I know Baltimore has lost some pieces on defense. But I like the Baltimore Ravens, and I can't deny what them Philadelphia Eagles undone, and not even on offense. Man, you go sew up that secondary and go get Devin White from Tampa Bay.
And I also like I mean, y'all might think I'm crazy, but them Houston Texans, they did a great offseason, bro.
Bro, they're not finna win.
Them Houston Texans,
they're not winning. They're not going. The
bro.
quarterback too young.
That don't mean nothing.
Detroit
Ben Roethlisberger. Ben won his second year.
That's generational.
And he didn't have a Super Bowl team.
Only reason why I agree with you because I like Houston. I like Stroud. Only reason why I'm gonna disagree with you, man, is because they're in the AFC. If it was the NFC, I'd have said, hey, you right. AFC, man, you got Mahomes over there. You got Watson over there. You got Allen over there. You got Rodgers over there. You got my man from the LA Chargers over there. I mean, that AFC is stacked.
But you gotta look at it like this. Rodgers ain't proving nothing yet.
Hey, Lamar Jackson's over there.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that, though.
Ain't nobody beat Father Time yet. When Dan Marino tore his Achilles, he was done.
We're in a different age now. We got medicines and all type of stuff.
Yeah,
we got
super
surgery.
I agree, but soon as he took his first snap, he tore his Achilles. You know what I'm saying? He's old now. And Aaron Rodgers has only proven himself one time getting to the Super Bowl and winning. Next time he got to the Super Bowl, he lost.
He ain't never been back. He beat Pittsburgh. That was it. He only been 1-1-1.
See that's what I'm saying. So
been 1-1-1.
Aaron Rodgers,
he should have been back and had 4 4 home NFC Championship games at home. You let Tom Brady come in there and beat you. You let Jimmy Garoppolo come in there and beat you. You let Jared Goff come in there and beat you.
And Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson come in and beat you. They get to the Super Bowl. Well, actually, that game was in
Jared
Seattle.
Goff,
Yeah.
boy, that got me in there in the coffin, man. You let Jared Goff come in.
Man, Jared Goff not a bad quarterback, man.
I ain't say he was. Well, come on now.
He shouldn't be Aaron Rodgers.
No, he had a great team that year, Jared Goff.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, man, and I know people may disagree with me. If you put Matthew Stafford and you swap him and put Aaron Rodgers on the Detroit Lions and you put Matthew Stafford on the Green Bay Packers, he probably went 3 or 4 Super Bowls.
Oh, 3 or 4 Super Bowls?
3 or 4 Super Bowls.
Matthew Stafford like that.
He liked that.
Slept on.
He liked
Slept
it. Very
on.
slept on.
Hey,
Very slept on.
you see what he did?
You take Stafford
You
and
see
you
what he
take him
did
out of
with-
Detroit and you put him in.
Please don't talk
I'ma
about
say
that
this.
Ram stuff, though.
I'm gonna say this.
Nah, man.
What,
he
what's
had
the, what's
dog.
the, you
He
see what he
had
did?
put him
ODB.
anywhere.
Did you see what he did to Cooper Cup?
Yeah.
Did you see what he did with that rookie who
The
came
rookie.
out this year,
I'm
man?
telling you, man,
If
Stafford's
you
that
give,
guy.
Stafford's
that guy.
if you get
If you
Stafford
put-
the type
hey,
of
I tell
quarterback,
you what, take him.
Stafford
Put him
had
in-
the
put him in
best.
the San Francisco 49ers.
Hold on. Stafford had the best receiver in the game and couldn't get out the first round of the playoffs.
but what
Yeah,
about
they
the rest
never
of the
made
team?
The rest of the team. It
What about
was
the
2
rest of the
guys.
team?
It's 22 guys that make it. They got to come
Football
through.
a team sport, man.
It was them 2, and they went 1-15, 0-15 or something like that. They went 1-15 one year.
Yeah.
With both of
and
them,
Megatron to have 4,000 receiving yards.
Ain't
You know
number
what
2
I'm
of
saying?
them. You know what I'm saying? So
But
we
now,
know
hold
the
on,
ultimate
hold
team
on.
sport.
If you want to say it like that, Brady had the best wide receiver in the game. Brady ain't never. That was his only year having a dominant.
Brady never
wide
He
had
lit
a
it
lot
up.
of time.
He
That was
lit
his
up.
only year having
He
a
lit up.
dominant receiver.
In New England, I mean, he had talent in Tampa Bay, but in New England, he only had that 1 year.
Yeah,
He
with
only had
Randy
that 1 year.
Moss.
Yeah, that 1 year. But that's why I think Brady is the GOAT.
Oh,
Because
he is.
He made he turned
adjusts.
water into wine.
He adjusts.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Brady is the GOAT.
Hey man, because in all actually, and I ain't even being funny about it, man. His greatest attribute and talent that we didn't ever see it because he went to prison. Aaron Hernandez was gonna be better than Kelsey. Gronk, if you just look at Aaron Hernandez,
Oh, yeah, he was killing it.
He was Kelsey even before Kelsey.
He
He was more shifty. He was Travis Kelsey before Travis Kelsey even came onto the scene.
huge tight end that can move.
Yeah.
Bro,
He
he
came
was
from far,
faster
man.
than he was.
Yeah.
The man ran 4.4.
I ain't know about that.
He-
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
You
Look
sure
at
about that?
Look, Florida Gators.
4.4 fast now,
Yeah,
Evan.
that's
4.4
fast,
tight
You
end,
see-
240.
Man, he big.
He about
4'4".
6'7",
Yeah,
won't he?
he big.
Nah, he wasn't that tall. He about 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". He wasn't 6'7". Grunt was about 6'7".
Yeah.
But he was about 6'3", 6'4", could run,
It had
shifty.
good. It had great hands.
Man, had great hands. At that time when they was in the league, man, I believe him and Fred Reed that played in Washington had a very, very short stint. But Fred Reed in Washington, boy, that boy was shifty. Him and Kirk Cousins, Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garcon, Jamison Crowder, boy, that offense was lit. People don't remember that.
Who said Washington?
It was back when it was in the Redskins, 2015, when they had Jordan Reed. They had a tight end.
That was a tight end,
Jordan Reed.
Yeah.
But it was shifty.
Yeah, he was.
Aaron Hernandez was that type shifty. I'm talking about being at the hip receiver type hip shifty. That's not Travis Kelce's game. Of course, that's not Gronk's game. He had a receiver game and a tight end body. We've never seen tight end.
I don't know about that. Remember we had what was the boy name who played for the Chargers? Antonio Gates. Don't forget about him now.
But he a big guy. We talking about 6'6", 6'7" guy. I'm talking about be able to bend and get out of breaks like a receiver.
You don't think Antonio
a
Gates
X.
was like that?
I believe he was like that, but he couldn't get out of breaks like an X receiver, or a wide receiver, a Z receiver. You can line up Aaron Hernandez anywhere on the field, outside, inside, he
And
could
you
win.
and you don't think you can do that with Gates?
Well, he was a good rebounder.
Nah, I don't think you put Gates on Revis and you go to the field with him because that's not his game. That's not his game. He's an over the field type tight end, over your linebackers, box out your safeties, too big for your nickels. But this playing on the outside when you don't have all, because the outside, the sideline's your friend now. So when you ain't got that two-way go, that negates some of that talent. You see what I'm saying? So Aaron Hernandez, you put him anywhere and he wins.
Even receiver.
I got you.
Man, you put that man at the Y, he's still a Pro Bowler, man.
And since we talking about rich folks, NIL deals. Now, and I'm glad you said that your kid like that, Juice, because this is what I'm telling you, man.
NIL, man. Killing
Your
killing
kid,
sport, man.
especially you put him in somebody's hands like Evan. What your kid play? What position he play?
Corner and receiver.
Hey, you
But
give
they, but they started putting him as in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like running. Yeah.
running back. Okay.
They'll switch up and just have him right there.
Nah, you don't want him doing
You don't want to play the running back.
You don't want
Long
him.
term,
But
long
he
term.
But he get yards, bro. He
Hey,
break-
hey,
he
don't get me
break
wrong.
tackles.
That don't
He's
matter.
small, skinny, but he break.
That don't matter, dog. This is a man's sport. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, he gonna get a running back in the league is only at the most 6 years.
6 years, 7 years at the most.
Really?
Yeah.
6, 7 years.
If I told my son he wanted to be a wide receiver, I said, hey man, go back there and be a punter. or a long
Yeah.
I said you might not get all your
no,
money. You
no.
might not get all your money up front, but you could be in the league 20 years.
Yeah, we done seen
Right,
it.
though.
We done seen it.
Right.
First black man ever to tell himself to be a punter. man.
Yeah.
But that's smart
he was
though.
even punting the ball. Like,
Keep it
man,
too real.
He even punting the ball. Like, he was punting. Like,
Keep it too real. You keep it too real right now.
Hey man, he said go be a punter.
Because
man.
I mean, you look because like I was a coach at my son's school. I wouldn't even let him play. And so the parents was coming up on me like, why you don't let your son go ahead and play? And I was like, I know what kind of sport this is.
wow, yeah, that's dope.
You don't regret that, O'Neal?
No, not at all.
I understand what he coming. I swear.
No, I'm saying though, man, you
I
don't
understand where he
feel
coming
you don't feel like you took something from your son, like that childhood joy of playing football. You don't think?
I was a parent to my son.
Yeah, I got you.
And now my son in the military now. He might have tore his ACL and that would have been his whole military career.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't need to tell you why you before you go in. You might well tell you why you do get
That's
in.
right,
Get
so
the
they'll pay
disability.
for it.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
'cause that's
But
the new hustle.
And I feel you. This is what I'm saying. Say though, receiver is a very safe position depending on how you play it. You got to play it like Ocho Cinco.
Don't take no hits.
Don't take no hits.
Yeah.
Tell your son catch that ball, put a little move on him, and just fall to the ground.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or cornerback. Cornerbacks hardly get any contact. With that being said,
Nowadays, yeah. But
With
in
that-
my time, man,
because you thought you was a linebacker in the head.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He was one of the cornerbacks that like to smack some.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
But that's why
I would beat up,
Chad
man.
Johnson's career couldn't flourish
Why not?
because he wouldn't do no defense, and everybody knew that.
What you mean?
What did he accomplish? What did Chad Johnson accomplish?
Could nobody guard Ocho?
Huh?
Man, Ocho was unguardable at one point
Played
in
for
time.
about 2 years, and then when he left Cincinnati, what did he do? Nothing.
Nothing.
He went to Miami.
You think
and
all
he-
that came from not playing
and
defense?
he went, yes, because I mean, what good are you as a
What receiver play defense though, Neil?
look at Jefferson. Look at Jefferson.
What are you supposed to do? Wait for somebody to intercept them?
Look at Jefferson. Jefferson would lay your ass down.
And we
We talking about
I
special
would say
teams?
that, I would say that some
Huh?
receivers
You
are
talking about
more.
special teams?
No, I'm talking about Jefferson. A dude caught interception, and Jefferson hawked him down and laid him out.
DK Metcalf. I see
Man,
him
they got nothing to do with
DK
Ocho.
Metcalf came and when he was playing Arizona, came and ran a nigga all the way down the field.
So that's why Ocho, man, come on. Man.
Like Ocho was getting off, man.
He was, man.
For about 2 years in Cincinnati.
It
I
was
say he
just-
done about 5 years, man. Him and Carson not Carson Wentz.
Palmer.
Carson Palmer, man. They done their thing for a little minute. They just couldn't get out the first round. But they done their thing now. Carson Palmer done a little they done all right. They done all right. I would say this. He was a Pro Bowl. He got 5. He went to the Pro Bowl 6 times.
Hold on. They did his thing, but they was always last in the division.
That's why I say it's an ultimate team sport. Two things can be true at one time. I can do my thing, but we can also be ass.
You right about that.
Seen a lot of guys at Richmond do it. We had some few guys. Jacob Sullivan, before we started winning, was doing his thing, but we were ass.
Yeah.
Jake
But
Selly
look at-
was that guy.
But look at Minnesota when they had Culpepper and Moss. Them the only 2 players they had.
They had Chris
That was
Carter
a
too
good
now.
year too.
Chris Carter was old at that
It was
time.
cold. He was a little old. Yeah.
I used to play with them.
Yeah,
But-
the boy was cold.
But they went almost undefeated, didn't they?
Yeah, what, 14-2, 13-3, something like that. Went to the NFC Championship.
They lost one game.
What
Yeah,
year that
they got
was,
beat by. They
man?
get
I
beat by
remember
Vic.
that.
They got beat
I
by
remember
Vic.
that, bro.
Yeah, in the playoffs.
Yeah, they got beat by Vic in the playoff. And Vic went and
No,
beat.
that wasn't Vic.
Who they got beat by in the
That was
playoff?
that was that white boy. Start with an F.
I know exactly who you talking about. Finnerman or
Finnerman or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Finnerman. Yeah, I know you talking about.
That when they had Jamal Anderson doing the Dirty Bird.
Yeah.
So hold on. Since we on the football topic, how old your son is?
14. He'll be 15 this year.
So this the beauty of the NIL deal. In 5 years, your son could be the richest person in your family.
That's real.
What's that? Explain what you talking
Man,
about.
yeah,
they
man.
paying these
They
kids,
paying,
man.
man.
They paying these
I-
kids.
I'm gonna say,
explain it.
yeah, I'm gonna let you explain NIL, and I'm gonna tell the pros and cons of what I think it is, because I believe that we got a false representation of what NIL is.
Okay.
Players are making millions of dollars. Players are now getting paid. it ain't everybody, G.
It ain't everybody.
It ain't everybody.
Which is
You
sad.
got some guys out there that starters on their football team. They making what they dad make a year. But that's good for a college student, bro.
Yeah.
Pop make
It
80
really
grand.
is.
I'm making 80 grand.
It really is.
Man, give me 80 grand.
Yeah.
At 20 years old.
Man, I had the interception record in college. Hey, give me 80 grand.
They
The
real.
coach making 80 grand.
They real.
The equipment man, he probably making 80 grand.
Which is crazy, but yeah, I actually looked that up. But equipment managers
Yeah.
can make up to $100,000.
Now you give me that in college. Why I need a million
telling
for?
you, you
I'm
got
not
no-
knocking saying go
You
get
ain't
the
got no
money.
bills like that. Like shit.
Oh no, because your parents still paying them bills.
Yeah, man, we trained with Braylon Staley. Braylon played that Aiken played that strong thumb in University of Tennessee. Man, they bought him part of the NIL. They bought him AMG.
What?
Come on, he ain't done nothing yet at Tennessee,
So
and I believe he's gonna do great things at Tennessee because he's a great guy, great young man. He's
So
a
this
great young
something
receiver.
started this year?
Nah, man,
Man, he started
going
about 2 years ago.
about
Since the
3
pandemic.
years
Since the
ago.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay, so it basically
They basically like if your
Compensating.
kid fire and he got enough exposure, he gonna get paid.
Man, they giving your kid
college.
with
In college.
Man, college
Yeah.
He ain't even gotta go
football.
to the league no more.
Man, you got-
they finna start paying him
Man,
in
my
college.
man-
not like endorsements, like
That too.
You get everything,
That
all
too,
that,
all
man.
that.
all that.
A
You
lot
got
of-
Caleb Williams from USC, man. They made him make what $4 million last year.
These kids be rich before they get drafted.
He made more money than any college coach outside of Nick Saban and his coach at USC. Who was the coach at USC? Come from Oklahoma, went to USC. Not Lane Kiffin, but he went to Oklahoma.
so. On that note, that's
Yeah,
how,
the coach
that's
at
how-
USC now, who came from Oklahoma, went to USC, who took Caleb Williams with him. Him and Nick Saban are two high paid college football coaches. Outside of everybody else, Caleb Williams made more money than everybody, coaches included.
But you still got some out there who ain't making no money.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Somebody-
yeah,
you got somebody
that
that
ain't-
ain't no
that
money.
ain't-
It's not
that
right,
ain't-
and that's one of the problems with Colorado. That's why they never gonna get together. But this is what I'm
Man,
saying.
that's everywhere, man.
You're
You
right,
can't
but it's
put
bad
no
over there. 'Cause
Colorado.
them kids got egos over there. They got bad
They got
egos.
egos everywhere.
No,
G.
they got
You
real
don't think, you don't
bad.
think Georgia got no egos?
They real
man?
bad, man. Come
You
on.
recruit some of the number one
But
talent
have
in
you-
America. They ain't got egos.
But the thing
Alabama
is,
got egos.
You got to have a good manager. Got a head coach now. That's why you see Nick Saban phase out of college football, not because he can't coach no more, because college football now has now required more, not just the X's and O's no more. To be a good head coach, you got to be able to crisis manage,
Mentor.
recruit, all this stuff. If I can know all the X's and O's, but if I can't relate to a guy and go sit in his front room with his mom and dad or his grandma and parents,
Counseling, all of that.
that's why Deon can go get these
So you
guys
can't,
because he can relate.
Saban
Nick
can't
Saban
go
can't
to these
relate no more.
people's house no more and just throw rings on the table and say, "Look what I done."
It don't matter. You see what I'm saying?
Because they
get
get
what?
paid now.
Get what? I ain't gonna put the helmet on there, but why they got to put $500,000 on the table? What I'm going with $500,000? I'm going with a helmet and some ring. Hell, I can rebuy them.
So this is basically how Caitlin Clark. That's how she making all.
that's how she started getting paid.
Caitlin Clark ain't making no money.
Ooh.
She not making
Man,
$100,000.
Oh no,
serious?
she not getting paid from the NBA that much.
She an endorsement.
But the
She
endorsements,
Yeah.
She ain't making $100,000
She rich
from the league.
forever though. She getting like 25 million in
She
endorsements.
up though.
But now look.
She up with Nike, but not from the actual WNBA.
But
Oh,
but look
okay.
what I'm saying. Cube and them offered her $5 million.
that
and the
was
big
crazy.
three.
This
That
is to
was
do the
so
big
crazy.
three.
I'm gonna
I
tell
don't know
you.
why she ain't take that.
I'm gonna tell you though.
Well, I know why. But,
I understand why she didn't take it because maybe she just wanted to change.
Well, I think she's
put the
trying to
stress
build.
on.
She's trying
Trying
to
to
build
build
up
Still exposing.
women-
You get more exposure
WNBA.
with them. You get more exposure with them.
But boy, man,
Yeah.
if Caitlin Clark would have took that big
But
three
she
deal,
probably
man,
won't
big
make
three
that
would have been on
much.
ESPN.
She ain't gonna make as much money,
I'm
but she
telling
get the
you.
most
You
exposure.
put her on
Man,
the
what,
team
what,
with some.
what matter the most? Exposure.
But then you
or
understand,
money?
because because of that
I thought they
exposure,
went
she
hand
gets
in
so
hand.
She
much
gonna get the money in the
She gets so
long
much
run.
money on the back end because of the exposure.
But now you just think about it. She becomes the Michael Jordan of the WNBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She already getting 25 mil. Something like that. Something crazy.
Dang.
But that's from
On the
from
back
endorsement.
end. But she not gonna get that plan for the big three endorsements.
But she getting a lump sum, right?
She gonna get some
They
money.
was offering up $5 million
It's
to
gonna-
come play in the big three.
Oh, okay.
This my thing
okay.
is,
Okay. Gotcha.
The big
gotcha,
three,
gotcha,
the money
gotcha,
gonna come up front. The WNBA, it's gonna be a lot more money gonna come on the back end.
Really for life.
You feel me? They
Yeah,
gonna set you alive.
because they trying to grow the sport, and the sport, the WNBA gonna outlast the big three, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely. Well, like you said, maybe, bro. Because I'm keep up with you, bro. The way they treating Caitlin Clark like Jackie Robinson, boy.
Yeah, why?
Well,
What's
now
up with it
because
though, man?
they making rules. She's changing the game. They making rules.
What you mean by that?
They beating
Specifically
her up,
for
man.
her.
What
They
you
beating
mean?
her
Man,
up.
they
You
be-
can't be doing them petty fouls on no more like that. Like
Really?
how that girl just threw on the ground and stuff the other day.
Yeah.
They're not letting that go.
Yeah.
But one thing,
they
she's
shouldn't.
white.
And she good.
And she's a good and she's a
good
girl.
as hell.
So they not gonna. They're
Oh,
not
that's
gonna.
triple factor.
Yeah.
You white
sure.
good and you a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she is good. She tough.
Oh, she's dynamite.
She the best. She the best female basketball player of all time. I'm gonna say it
Think
right
so?
now. Man,
No.
she got all the
I
scoring
don't
records in
know.
college.
I
She got all the records
I
in
believe
college.
she's the most accomplished, but I don't think
She
she's
got
the best,
all
though.
the records in college.
Tom Brady got a lot of records, but he wasn't the best.
Tom Brady is the best.
He's the
Brady
GOAT,
is
but he
the
ain't the
GOAT.
best talent-wise. It's been
Nah, I ain't
guys
say
more
talent.
talented.
I ain't
There's
say
guys
talent.
talented.
But
There's
she the
players
mo-
more
but
you
she
trying
the-
to tell me Caitlin Clark was
okay.
more talented than Maya Moore from UConn?
Yeah.
Who
Ain't
was
no
more
way.
talented?
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah.
more talented than Tom Brady?
That's what I want to know.
From
Michael
a
Vick.
talent standpoint?
Quarterback.
Michael
Oh,
Vick.
Oh, I'm not talking about from what he accomplished. I'm talking about from a talent standpoint.
Yeah, from seeing the football.
Michael Vick,
Hold on.
Peyton Manning.
Michael Vick.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Michael
no.
Vick was a good
Hold
running
on.
back.
When we talk about just pure talent, we're talking about being able to throw the football down the field.
Michael
Arm,
Vick could
accuracy.
throw the ball
We
90
see
yards.
Patrick,
He wasn't accurate,
Patrick
though.
Mahomes is
He
a
wasn't
better
accurate.
talent than Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's a
think
better.
so?
He is.
I'm not saying he's
He
more
is.
accomplished, but
He
he's
is.
a better quarterback.
He is.
And
He
playing
is.
a bit, when you take about
Yes.
what's talent, when we say not what you won, not what you done, when I just said who's more talented, that's just like us looking at Michael Jordan and looking at LeBron James. Well, we know Mike is the GOAT, in my opinion, but we know LeBron James is more talented.
Man, come on, man.
From a physical standpoint,
No, he
I'm
can't
saying-
shoot like
I'm
Jordan.
saying-
He
I'm not
can't
saying
shoot like Jordan.
I'm talking about
No,
physical.
no.
I'm talking about the physical
Let me-
He's more
attributes.
athletic. He not even more athletic.
And I'm
Jordan
gonna
can
tell you,
fly.
hold on. I'm gonna tell you why LeBron's not. When LeBron,
I don't think he's the GOAT.
LeBron,
But I think he's more athletic
when
and
he-
more talent, more
Overall.
all
He
around,
bigger.
more talent.
He's a different type of
when he
athlete.
went into,
I don't think now one.
when he went
honestly,
when he
but
went
we
to
talking
Miami
about
with the big three, Chris Bosh and
Oh, yeah.
Dwayne Wade. When they was in the finals taking on Dirk and them,
they should have
every-
won. He folded
every fourth quarter, he only had like 4 points,
3-4 points. Yeah.
8 points. You know that was Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Michael
Oh, Mike
Jordan,
would have took over.
Give me the ball.
Hey, and I agree.
Kobe Bryant,
told-
give me the ball.
I told a cat that the other day. I told this why I think to me Kobe's the GOAT, and I explained that. But this why I believe that, like you said, we talk about LeBron folding. In that time, you got 2 top 10 players with you. If you take Michael Jordan on the Bulls, take Scottie out. If Scottie won the top 10 player, and replace Scottie with John Stockton
They
and
would still
Charles
won.
Barkley, you win 4 in a row. LeBron had 2. He's the number. If you the number 1 guy and you add 6 and 9 with you, Michael Jordan's the number 1 guy. You add John Stockton and you add Charles Barkley. You add a guy who's probably number 6 and a guy who's probably number 9 or 10, where he never lose. I'm just saying from a physical standpoint, being able to run, jump, dribble, rebound at the basketball talent, LeBron is a better talent. He's not the GOAT. Now, the GOAT to me, in my opinion, was Kobe Bryant. Why? I believe that every great player that we've seen in the NBA had a physical gift. We know that Michael Jordan had a 48-inch vertical, big hands. LeBron James, 6'9", can jump, big body. Magic Johnson, big body, 6'9" point guard. Shaq, big as he was, physical. Kobe Bryant didn't have no physical attributes that just put him above anybody, and he dominated. He had no he was an average jumper. I'm talking about from an athletic standpoint. He wasn't fast, but he was fast enough. He wasn't quick, he was just quick enough. He didn't have no physical.
I don't know about that.
So
He
how
didn't
how does that make him
I don't
better?
know
Then?
about
How
that.
does that make him better? Though?
I'm saying
I don't know
what
about
he,
the average
listen.
jumper
I'm not saying. I'm talking about his jumping ability. I'm not saying his jumper. We know Kobe Bryant was one of the best shooters.
No,
in the
I'm talking
game.
about so far as his jumping ability.
Yeah, I'm saying
Did
he's
you
an
see the
average
video
jumper.
when
He had
he
a
jumped
third-
over the Maserati?
Bro, that's TV. He had a
Yeah,
third.
that was fake.
When Kobe,
was fake.
When Kobe
That was
Bryant
fake.
went to the
I
combine,
don't
he had
know
a
if it was
38-inch
fake.
vertical.
You know he
bro.
ain't finna risk hurting himself to jumping over no car, man.
He might have done it for 4. He might have done it. I'm saying when he did his measurements going into the NBA, he had a 38-inch vertical. That's average.
But bro,
The average NBA player has a 38-inch
That's
vertical.
crazy. That's average.
The average NBA.
dang,
Bronny
yeah.
just jumped to 37.
Now you 41.
Okay. Bronny jumped to 41 and Kobe jumped to 38. What I'm trying to say is that I believe Kobe's the greatest for what he was able to accomplish with no God-gifted ability.
No, that don't make
Magic
you the
Johnson's
greatest.
not
That
Magic
don't make you the
Johnson.
greatest.
just
What?
because he
Look,
ain't
just
had
Because you
that-
wasn't, just because you
Yeah,
wasn't
just 'cause he ain't
athletic
had the
as a,
advantages,
yeah,
like,
that don't make you the
come on.
greatest.
But you
He was like
say-
most
but
improved.
you-
So,
Hold on,
okay,
hold on,
there you
time
go.
out. So if we take the 6'9", if we take LeBron being who LeBron was, and we take the big body away that he was able to dominate his career with,
I see what
LeBron
you're
is not
getting
the
at.
same
I see.
LeBron.
I see
Well,
it.
of course, you put him in like Porzingis
Ho,
size.
If you take LeBron's body away, he's another Tracy McGrady. And we know if LeBron
No, he not.
No,
What?
No, he can't shoot nothing like Tracy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
can't dribble like Tracy.
You're making my point for me. If you take LeBron's size away, we'll say that Tracy McGrady was better.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Without the God-gifted abilities, physical attributes, these guys wouldn't have been as great outside of Jordan. But look, if you take Shaq's size away, he's not as dominant. If you take Magic's height away, he's not as dominant. If you take LeBron's size away, he's not as dominant.
Whoa.
Kobe was an average
If you
size.
take Magic height away, he's Rondo.
So if you
But he's still not as dominant.
Is
6'9"
Rondo dominant?
Makes a difference.
So how was Jordan so dominant?
Jordan, just how Jordan was dominant. Jordan had a observed vertical, and he had extremely big hands. I'm saying, if you take Jordan away from it, take him out the conversation, but he did have some physical attributes that was abnormal. Kobe was a very normal to the basis type NBA player.
I see
He
what
was
you're
very
getting at,
standard. For what he was able to do with his standard body and go overboard like
Got no
Jordan
advantages.
or with none of the physical attributes or advantages, what he was able to do and put himself on the cusp of a Mike, of a LeBron, of a Magic, of
He
a
had a
Shaq.
heart. He had a heart.
I understand that. I understand all of that. I'm just saying the physical attributes. That's what I'm trying to tell
He
you.
stayed in the gym longer than all them boys.
I understand
He was
it.
there before all them boys.
But I'm saying this, okay? As great as it is, so I'm saying this. Now he done all that. Put him at 6'10", and who was Kobe Bryant? Give him something that's a physical attribute that's greater than someone else, like a LeBron is bigger than everybody else. Give him an advantage somewhere with his work ethic, and who is a Kobe
That
Bryant?
don't make you better than nobody.
Well, I don't
though,
think
bro.
because I don't think
How
Michael.
it don't?
I don't think
Cause,
Michael
man,
Jordan had
you
no
know,
advantage over him. He was
in that
6'6".
case,
He
in
was
that
6'6".
case,
I'm saying his absurd jumping ability at a 48-inch vertical higher than LeBron's vertical. Michael Jordan vertical was higher than LeBron's vertical. I'm saying his ability
Because
to
he
do
was
it.
That's
just
what I'm
like
saying,
he was
man.
just like Kobe.
That
He
was
was
the
there.
same height.
He was there before everybody, and he was there after everybody.
I'm not knocking. I'm not saying the work ethic. What I'm trying to say is this: if you take Kobe's work ethic and you add some type of physical advantage to it,
I
he's
agree.
he's the absolute GOAT. And I'm saying if you take those guys outside of Michael Jordan, because I think he's like a Kobe, if you take any one of them else's guys
I
I
see
name
what you're getting
and you
at,
take his
so.
physical advantage away,
Yeah.
they're not Kobe. Kobe had no physical advantages,
Okay, so
no God-gifted gifts.
All right, so
That was, and he's still done what he done to get what LeBron is. You take LeBron's physical bigness away, and he's not even better than Tracy McGrady.
But hold on, when LeBron came in the league, he wasn't as big as he is now.
He wasn't, but he was still bigger than everybody. He was 250. He was 250.
When he came in the league,
When he came in the league, LeBron was 240, 250.
Listen, though.
When he came in, LeBron has traditionally, especially in Miami, played at 265, 270. 6'8", 270. Point guard, being able to dribble the ball, being able to handle the rock. I'm saying this. We've seen guys LeBron height handle the rock. Lamar Odom, 6'9", can handle the rock better than almost any point guard, but he was not as
he had
dominant.
Lamar Odom.
No, I'm saying the height
Oh, okay.
without
But
the
listen,
size.
bro, why-
I'm saying take LeBron's size away from him. Is he as great? I'm saying that
Alright, listen,
Kobe
man.
had no advantage.
I don't
and
think
still was
LeBron
great.
had the heart that Kobe and Jordan had. He always wanted help.
That's
Let me
true.
get my friends around me so we.
That's
Because dog,
true.
back in the day,
Billing son.
you didn't see Jordan hanging out with no Patrick Ewing. But LeBron was to hang out with everybody in the league, talk to Lonzo Ball and everybody else. Everybody y'all
This is
come
a
play.
different league for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Believe
saying? Jordan hated Isaiah Thomas. To this day, he still hates Isaiah
Them
Thomas.
niggas
But
do that.
listen,
Them
bro,
niggas be
listen,
beefing for
before-
real.
60 years old,
before
motherfucker
I-
still mad
before
at
this
shit
got
about
my
shit.
mind, right? Why Curry and I ain't never come up in the GOAT shit? Is
Thank
it his
you.
height or what?
It's because his
Like,
height.
and
Bro,
that
that's
could
the
go
only
back
reason
to
why,
the
bro.
advantage thing.
I'm gonna tell you
say.
this. I'm gonna
He
tell you
the
this.
best shooter all time.
Yeah, like why?
I believe Curry should be a
high.
higher. To me, man. To me, I believe Curry's a top 10 player. I
No,
believe-
he number one. But go
Like
ahead.
that's what I
hell.
understand.
He don't
Like, how
beat.
his
He
name
got
don't
a
come up
winner.
in his GOAT
He got a
shit.
winning record against LeBron in the finals.
That's just,
Okay,
that's
that don't
just,
make
that's
He
just
got more rings than
Who got
LeBron.
a better winning record than
Y'all
Jordan in the
tell me, bro,
finals?
like-
6-0.
But
But no.
Larry
He
Bird-
done won. He the only nigga that won without a super team.
Hold on.
Who?
Damn.
He won with
Yeah.
Klay Thompson and Draymond Green.
And Kevin Durant.
No, I'm talking about recently.
He won one championship without them.
And
Bro.
who,
Two championships.
who has
really.
LeBron
Yeah,
won without?
yeah.
Who has LeBron won without?
I'm not making a LeBron versus the Curry debate. I'm saying Curry is not the number one player ever in the NBA
But my
history.
thing
But
is
he's the
why
best.
his
To
name-
me, he could be considered the best shooter.
That's
of
what
the
I'm
game.
saying.
Oh, he's
He the
definitely
best
better
player.
player. Yeah.
I think he like top 3 ever.
But what I'm
Hell
saying
no,
is it
man.
just because of his height?
It's 'cause of his
why
height.
He don't
If
make
it
Why?
was
it go
Because his
to-
height.
If
Why-
he was 6'8", they wouldn't be
why
talking
Larry
about
Bird-
him.
Why he
I'm
don't make the
why-
go to-
why Larry Bird ain't
I
considered
believe,
the GOAT?
I don't think he's the GOAT. I think he's a top 10 player. I'm gonna tell you why Curry. I believe that we've seen Curry in more times, less times, but when times has been critical for Curry, even outside of when KD was there. You up 3-1. Draymond goes down. This is time for when you up 3-1. When you're that guy, you got to close the door.
Everybody
You
got
still-
hurt. Everybody got hurt.
No,
though.
they didn't.
Clay
Clay wasn't hurt
missed the
that
game,
year.
too.
Clay wasn't
Clay
hurt that
didn't miss
year.
not one game.
Not that
Clay
series.
missed the game.
No, he
man.
didn't. No, he did
But
not.
then you had
Okay,
you
okay,
had
okay.
what's his
I'll
name,
give
Iguodala.
Iguodala got hurt.
He wasn't.
No, Iguodala
Livingston was
was
there.
playing.
I'm saying
Okay.
Curry had
Livingston
chances
didn't get
to
hurt
be
either?
that.
Hold on,
But, I mean,
Livingston
but
get
you
hurt?
asking
Livingston
about
wasn't
Curry.
hurt. No.
Yeah.
So the
Why-
only
not
person that got hurt was
that
Draymond.
Why we
That
not?
year,
Why we not
16.
asking why Larry Bird ain't?
And he wasn't hurt. He got kicked out of the
You know what
game
I'm
one
saying?
game.
So ain't nobody get hurt.
Larry
Nobody
Goat
was
in the
hurt.
books, for sure.
I think that's when Klay Thompson got hurt, man.
Klay Thompson
Because
got
you
hurt
put-
the year that
because you
KD was there.
Steph
KD
Curry
and-
on
they
the
got hurt
level
same
of a
year.
Larry
They got
Bird.
beat by Toronto.
No,
You're right,
not
you're
at
right.
all.
Yeah.
No,
And that was a fluke right there.
If I'm gonna compare Steph to an NBA player, I would compare him to Larry Bird.
No, compared to Kevin Durant, but better.
Hell no,
Kevin
man.
Durant.
I don't
Kevin
think. I
Durant
don't
7 feet
I don't even
tall.
think Curry's.
That's
I
what
don't
his
think he's
height. But
comparable.
guess what
How
they
Larry
shooters?
Bird was?
It's because of the height.
6'7".
It's because of the height. But you really
I don't think Curry's
Curry
comparable,
Like
bro.
6'3".
Curry like a combination between Kobe and Durant. And
I don't even think
Chris
I don't
Paul.
think you
And
compare.
Chris
We've
Paul.
never seen him.
I say Chris
We've
Paul.
never seen a Curry before.
You know what I'm saying?
We've never seen a guy that can handle the ball. And can shoot. We've seen shooters. We've seen Reggie
But this-
Miller. We've seen Ray Allen that could spot up shoot. We've never seen anybody that can control the ball that he can
That's
control
why I said
it
he
and
can
shoot with range.
So he like a
He
cross
top 10
between
to me.
he
Larry
a cross
Bird-
between
Larry
Reggie
Bird
Miller
is
and
good.
Chris Paul. He like cross between Reggie Miller and Chris Paul. But that's why
Better.
he the best of all time.
Reggie Miller-
because he got
He's
he got top 5
He's
handles.
better than both of them.
He the number 1 shooter. Bro, he don't beat everybody without a super team, like, for real.
I'm gonna tell you what. Hey, and I don't know, man.
He's just not 6'8".
Who he
If
beat
he was
without a super
6'8",
team though, bro?
who the last time they won, bro, he won.
They had Klay.
Klay Thompson didn't even score in the last game this year, man. He went 0 for
That's
11.
this year, bro. I'm
He-
talking when they
he-
won,
he
bro.
he trash.
Bro, he was straight, bro. That year,
with
bro.
Averson-
No, they
he-
got.
hey,
they had
they're
they
not
had
the Splash
they
Brothers
had-
no more.
They had
They're
a
not the
number
Splash
1 draft
Brothers.
pick in Wiggins.
Yeah.
And
He was
Wiggins
bust,
was-
though.
Wiggins was there.
No, he
Wiggins
was
was
a
there.
bust.
No,
Wiggins was a bust in
No,
Hey,
Cleveland.
because Steph
No,
Curry
why
won
they
the
let him go
MVP,
then?
but Wiggins should have won that MVP.
No, Wiggins was
Wiggins
not.
Was
won
Wiggins
the
not a
MVP.
bust before he went to Golden State? Was he not? Let's be real. Was he not a bust?
He was on the break. He was on the fault line.
There you go. Come on, bro.
But he went to Golden State.
Steph Curry
rebounded,
saved his career. Steph Curry gave
But he
Kevin
saved
Durant
Steph
rings.
Curry in that finals.
Who
though.
gave?
No,
Hold on.
they sent him to a
No,
small
Steph Curry
market
saved
team.
his career because he'll never go to the finals without Steph
No,
Curry.
they sent him to a small market team where he couldn't flirt.
No, he was a bust.
he was not a bust, bro.
I'm gonna tell you.
He did his rookie year in Cleveland. He played.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Off.
Blue, you will have an argument. Clay Curry has won 4 rings. He's been to the finals 6 times. When Klay Thompson went down that year and he beats Toronto, he's the GOAT. If he don't let LeBron come back from 3-1 and he wins 6 rings, he's the clear GOAT. But when it was time for Curry to be that guy and step up and be this guy who we are claiming him to be today, he did not. Klay went down, KD went down. You supposed to be that guy. You up 3-1. Draymond was out 1 game. You supposed to be that guy. You supposed to close that deal at home.
That's true.
If you're that guy, look, Jordan gets that done. We claim him to be the number 1 player. The number 1 player gets that done when you missing. You know what I'm saying? When you up 3-1, you ain't gotta win but 1. They got to win 3, and you let him come back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bam. And 2 of them was at home. You had to win 2 games at home, 1 on the
Can't put all
road.
that blame on him though.
I'm not putting no blame. I'm saying if he's that guy, I'm not saying it's his fault, but if he's that guy, he's supposed to win it. Okay, boom. Okay, Toronto series come here with Kawhi. Okay, KD go down. It's an even series all the way. Clay goes down late in the series. It's 3-3. It's 3-2. At home in the 4th quarter, Curry goes like 2 for 9.
Dang.
Come on, bro. If you this guy that you talking about him to be, Blue, he wins both of them championships.
Jordan
And
come
guess
on.
what?
Jordan
Guess what?
went
Because
down
if he
like
won
that.
both of them,
Jordan went
if he would have won both of them
Jordan went
championships, bro, if Steph Curry would have won 6 for 6 in his championship, because he could have, if he wins all 6, bro, and he has those moments, he's a clear cut greatest, even over Jordan. Even over Jordan.
I couldn't say that.
Even over Jordan, he's a clear cut because he's the only.
Definitely.
Well, I mean,
Definitely. If he
he's
do all that, he definitely
He's
the greatest of all
He's
time.
your only unanimous MVP
I
ever.
think
voted
all greatest.
in the NBA. He's the only one to win the unanimous.
He did it twice, right?
twice in a row.
I think all greatest have been people that have changed the game.
He ain't changed the game. Everybody.
That's why I
wants
say
to
he
change the game.
changed the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shaq changed the game.
Okay.
Jordan changed the game.
Okay.
Kobe changed the game.
No, he didn't.
Kobe did.
Kobe
change.
did
Kobe
everything he seen Jordan do.
No.
Kobe
And,
ain't really
He
changed.
did.
Changed.
He ain't changed
hold
the
on,
game.
hold on. He in a league that was physical at the time, he scored 81 points.
He did, but he ain't changed the game though.
Now I know some people will say, "Well, Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points." Back then, Wilt Chamberlain was the only him and a couple 20 people. Were only tall
But this
people
y'all
in the
gotta understand.
league.
This
I'm
y'all
gonna say this, man.
Have y'all
when we
seen
talk
what-
about Curry, I believe Curry jumps Wilt Chamberlain in the top 10. I believe you move Wilt Chamberlain out and you put Curry in front of him and Elijah Warren. If you want to move somebody out the top 10, I believe you move Wilt Chamberlain out. Because he only won but one finals and he been to a bunch of them. He let Bill Russell beat him. I believe you move Bill Russell out the way. You move
You can't do Bill Russell out of the way. He got 11 rings.
He got 11 ring, but he wasn't better than Curry, and we know this. We know he wasn't better than Curry.
I ain't never seen
I'm gonna
him
get
play.
my top 10 man no order, man, and I'll let y'all go around and do it. I got Jordan at 1. I got LeBron at 2. I got Kareem at 3. I got Magic at 4. I got Kobe at 5. Shaq at 6. Duncan at 7. Larry Bird at 8. 9.
David Ross.
No. Give me Wilt, 10. Give me Curry. He jumps Elijah Warren at 10.
Okay.
Curry better. Curry. I'm saying
Hold on. You put Tim Duncan in front of Curry?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm not saying he was a better player, but you can. So Curry had a better career than Tim Duncan? No, he did not.
How many unanimous MVPs Tim Duncan got?
He got 2 of them. It ain't
Unanimous?
but he got.
Are they unanimous?
Tim Duncan
Or
got
the
a league
people,
MVP.
or the people had to think about it?
Well, no,
Come
he
on, bro.
he
Come on,
he one year he was tied with somebody. Him and Stockton, wasn't it?
I don't know. I know he got 2 of them and 2 finals MVP.
Who your number one?
Player? Jordan's number 1
Okay,
player.
okay.
Jordan's number 1. LeBron's
Hey,
number
man.
2.
I
Kareem's
I
number
like
3.
that first 3. I like that. Who number 3?
Kareem.
Okay.
Kareem
Hey,
Abdul-Jabbar.
didn't Tim Duncan play with
Magic being 4, but I would say
Ginobili?
Kobe was
Hold
better
on.
than Magic.
Yeah, I do too.
Didn't Tim Duncan play with Ginobili?
He did.
Yeah.
Did Curry play with KD?
Hold on, did he play with Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, he had a squad.
He did.
You
Crazy
ain't nobody. Hold on, listen.
But hold on, he didn't get
Kawhi won without,
get in.
but he won
He
without
didn't-
him.
he didn't get
He
Kawhi
won,
till the end.
but he still had Kawhi though. What I'm saying,
But he
is,
won without
ain't,
Kawhi.
Ain't nobody
He won
on
without
that.
Kawhi.
Ain't nobody that
He
won
won
with.
4 championships
Ain't
without
nobody.
Kawhi.
Ain't nobody that won with Steph Curry winning without him.
Huh?
What's he talking about?
Ain't
He talking about
nobody.
the super teams.
Ain't
Curry
nobody-
need no super teams.
He
He
had
ain't
a
need-
super team.
He ain't needed though.
Yeah,
Hey,
like,
I'm gonna say this. We haven't seen Curry win without his guys. Tell him
He won without Durant.
that wasn't part of the guy, bro. He wasn't the guy.
Yeah,
said he
he,
can't
he
win without-
came
he
to a
lost
winning.
without Durant,
He
too.
came to a winning situation.
He lost without Durant.
Curry? You
No,
think
KD.
Oh yeah.
KD
for
came
sure,
to a
for
winning
sure.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. If the Golden State Warriors didn't even go get Kevin Durant, man,
They still
LeBron
had a
James
chance.
would probably be the number 1 player because he was gonna crush them boy for the next couple of years with him and Kyrie. If they don't get Durant and Kyrie and LeBron stay together and you take them out the picture, they ain't beating them boys
I don't
three
know.
out of 4
I don't know
times,
about
bro.
that now. I don't know.
They ain't.
Cause they beat them.
The first year, and then they came back and beat them the next year. They ain't beating them 3 out of 4 after that.
Oh no, I don't believe that now. No.
And LeBron got 4
But I don't
rings.
think
If
he-
you don't bring KD in there, you mean to tell me Curry gonna beat Kyrie and LeBron all consecutive that many times? Nah, dog. It ain't gonna happen. That ain't happening. Without KD,
That's
KD
tough.
came and won 2 championships back to back against LeBron. You mean to tell me LeBron and Kyrie don't get one of them championships, or if not both of them, after beating them and coming back down from 3-1 in 16? And then when they won in 15, Kyrie was out.
Tore his knee up.
So you mean to tell me they could come back down from 3-1 with both of them there, and they can't beat them 2 more times, and both of them still
But
being there?
y'all forget about.
Come on now. So when we
forget
talking about
a
Curry
key-
rings-
a key player to that too. Kevin Love was there.
Kevin Love was
Ooh,
there.
Love,
So
yeah, for sure.
with Kevin Love, Kyrie, and LeBron, KD don't come. You trying to tell me Steph Curry gonna beat them? Nah. He might get 1 more ring. If without KD, he's a 2-time champion, a 2-time MVP. That's it.
I'm gonna give you that, and that's it, fellas. Thank y'all for coming by. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
We got juice in here. You feel
Oh, yeah,
me?
For sure.
Hey man, it's been a pleasure, fellas.
For sure.
Dansby
Thanks
from
for being y'all boys.
There we
man.
go, Neil. There we go.
Hey,
Got the
man.
whole house in here.
Hey
We
man,
good.
Press Coverage Podcast meets Fish and Grits podcast. We've been meaning to do this, man.
Already, for
For
sure.
a minute, man.
Till next time. Till next time.
Hey.
Till next time.
I'm coming to
What's
some
up?
more podcasts.
Yeah.
Man. We talking sports today, but I'm gonna talk so personal. I ain't forgot about some of you cats out here.
What you say? You gonna wear what jersey? But you going somewhere, man.
Hey, man. Hey, I ain't forgot about some of you funny boys out here.
Oh man, you crazy, man. You
Hey,
crazy.
we telling the truth. I'm out.
Yo.
Already.
All right, appreciate y'all,
We need
fellas,
a
man.
picture, man.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
do, man. I hope we take one like right here.
For sure.